We're in Los Angeles today with Erick Rodriquez, and we're at Guelaguetza Restaurant. We're going to be talking mezcal for most of the night. But Erick, one of my first experiences with mezcal was with you in San Dionisio in Oaxaca, drinking a Vino de Mezcal. And you know, just a few questions for tonight. Tell me, how did you get into mezcal? Why is it so important to you?
Well, I've always been, my name is Erick Rodriquez, Mezcalera. I've always been in the agave industry since the start with tequila. Tequila premium actually, that was Plaza Azul, and getting to the bars and basically the magic of the agave put me into it. I started tasting for really bad mezcales, the ones they used to have in the United States. So I get more into mezcal tastings, and my friends tell me, you're drinking fire or something. It's really, really strong when I just started. Now I can drink like 74%, like no problem. They get me into it more and more, and I decide to move back to Mexico City, and I started working with some important people. It's been in the industry since 17, 18 years ago in Los Danzantes. So I helped them with cocktails, and I started my own investigation. I go all over Mexico. I get into the really deep in like this village. They actually starting to know that nobody went into these places and nobody cares about mezcal locally. So first of all, I started to learn a little bit in Guerrero, and this master mezcalero named Don Moises Calzada get me into it, really interested, and tell me the stories about like it's never been fair trade with that mezcales. They pay really small amount of money. So actually all his kids used to live here in the United States, and then moved back after I started working with him. And I bring him to Mexico City, and people started getting excited about knowing his work. I take some pictures, like helping him with some pictures, and he started explaining what it's all about, his work. And people started getting into it like 6-7 years ago. So until I get now, I'm working with 10 states and 14 different varieties. So I'm getting more and more interested into basically step in every single village. And basically I want to take whatever I can to show people what important of mezcal we have, and we already lost about 95% of our mezcal tradition. So it's really sad, but we're not going to stop losing that, because a lot of people already immigrate to the United States, and these old people, like let's say 70 years old, they already don't have nothing to leave for their kids. So it's pretty sad, and we try to save whatever we can. Actually, Don Moises Calzada already bring, for example, he already bring his kids to Mexico, and they start getting like around 70,000 pesos for a batch that they're working. So it's pretty success, like what they do now. People get more interested, and really want for people to understand that it is in the bottles. It's always a name and a last name in every single bottle that we're showing.
Okay. Now, you talked about going all over Mexico. Some people know you as the Indiana Jones of mezcal. How come?
Because I think because they know that I found treasures. Because this is like a treasure. Sometimes I found people, they said rest the mezcal up to 26 years old. So I have some of that age on glass. Yeah. So sometimes they barrel on the ground. Some glasses, they call them marijuanas. So they rest for like 26 years, 12 years, 5 years. So basically this is like a treasure, that's why they call me Indiana Jones.
All right. We're going to come back in just a couple of minutes. We want to talk a little bit more about the event tonight. But you keep watching. I'm Dave Miller. This is My Mexico, and this is Erick Rodriquez. here in Guelaguetza Restaurant, Los Angeles.